I've had 3 moments on this road that I thought I might have seen something.
Oh, what?
Yeah. One thing was like right in the middle of the road, and it kind of like it was there, then it wasn't.
What did you see?
Like a brown figure.
A brown figure?
Like it was just it kind of was in, and then it kind of swirled out.
Say hello.
Hello. That was a hello.
What the heck did you see?
I don't know. It was a series of shadows. There were 2 moments where I was really bewildered. I could argue that almost everything that I saw was a shadow, but there were 2 things that I saw that are harder to explain.
What's up, everybody? We are heading to one of the most haunted places in the country. We are heading to Sleepy Hollow. We're going to see the great jack-o'-lantern blaze, but we're also going to try and see some ghosts while we're there. When you first hear the name Sleepy Hollow, the first thing that probably comes to your mind is Washington Irving's original Gothic fictional story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and of course the horrifying tale of the Headless Horseman. Irving's stories have inspired many variations on the classic tale, including animated movies, feature films, and a TV show. But many don't realize Sleepy Hollow is a real place located just north up the Hudson River from New York City, and it's believed Irving's ghost story was inspired by what many think were real hauntings in the historic town. Many of these stories take place from the start of the early 1600s through the Revolutionary time to the late 1700s. Formerly known as North Tarrytown, this village was renamed Sleepy Hollow in 1996 to pay homage to Irving's story. While the legend of Sleepy Hollow is a work of fiction, the town itself is believed to be haunted by the spirit of a Hessian trooper. His head was blown off in the Battle of White Plain. This revolutionary battle took place in October of 1776, and the remains of the headless Hessian soldier who fought with the British against American forces is said to be buried in the old Dutch church of Sleepy Hollow's burial grounds. The grave is unmarked, so it remains unclear exactly where he is. But I can't help thinking maybe Irving saw something in that town. Maybe he really felt the spirit of the man who lost his head in that battle. Maybe the Headless Horseman really does haunt Sleepy Hollow. Upon our arrival into the Sleepy Hollow area, we figured we'd make our way to the final resting place of both the Headless Hessian and Washington Irving himself. The old Dutch church burial grounds are often confused with the separate but adjacent Sleepy Hollow Cemetery.
Irving?
Grounds close at 4:30, so we have an hour. Let's see where this takes us.
I thought that cone was like a woman in a dress.
Cliff down there. Oh, it's like an old bridge that looks like it's falling apart. That looks like some type of walkway.
Yeah.
There's steps there. Oh, I'm taking photos.
Steep. That's huge.
Eventually, we made our way to what I believed at the time was the Headless Horseman's Bridge, but according to Google Maps, I had the right bridge in the wrong location. This is where it got a little bit confusing. The truth is, the exact position of the bridge has changed over time. If you pull up Google Maps, this bridge is what it's supposed to look like. However, if you look, it's not at the same location. It's actually the location of this bridge, which is on Broadway, right near the entrance to the Dutch burial grounds. It sounds like the exact appearance of the original bridge Irving knew in the 1790s is still a bit of a mystery. He describes a wooden structure, which is probably why this bridge shows up in Google Images, while the sign for the bridge is located outside the location on Broadway. But the wooden bridge inside of Sleepy Hollow Cemetery makes for a very good replica and very good pictures. So it looks like they can go over the bridge, and I think we should do it.
In a lot of the stories, there's like some covered bridge somewhere to use. I don't think I've ever seen
Yeah, they said this isn't the bridge that is in the actual fictional novel.
Right. Ichabod!
Holy crap. What did you
It's probably
see?
a bird or a monkey.
You saw something in the river?
No.
On the bank, you saw something move.
Quick second.
Could have been an animal or something. But he saw something. While I didn't see any ghosts, I did feel a certain energy in relation to the history of the area. Many of the headstones were dated from the mid to late 1600s. Some of the stones had faded lettering and were difficult to read. With the cemetery closing at 4:30, I decided it would be best to leave before they closed the gates and head to our next haunted location. We gotta get out of here. We're gonna get locked in the cemetery. Everyone's leaving. We gotta get out of here. We're gonna get locked in.
Yep.
Gotta go. Patriots Park is where we need to go.
Patriots Park.
Patriots Park is located along the boundary between Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow. During the Revolutionary War, John Andre, a major in the British Army, was captured at this location. Andre was disguised as a civilian and was caught by 3 Patriot militia. 3 men discovered papers on him that implicated him to be a co-conspirator with Benedict Arnold. In the park, you can find a monument to commemorate a tribute to Andre's captures. The monument is topped by a statue, the statue of John Paulding, one of the captures of Major Andre. An unnatural spirit has been seen and felt within the presence of this monument. Could the ghost of John Andre still roam these grounds? We didn't find any ghosts here, just saw kids and dogs.
I saw a few invisible ones.
We decided it was probably best to head out and then come back later at night after dark. It was time to go check out the great jack-o'-lantern blaze. So we took a break from our ghost hunting and headed up to Croton on the Hudson to check out some jack-o'-lanterns. The display features over 7,000 carved jack-o'-lanterns from featured artists. What's up? The great jack-o'-lantern blaze. Got to see some blazing pumpkins. Let's go.
Go in and out through the gift shop.
Yeah. I don't know. Crazy packed here. See a sec.
I found the food tent. You can hear the horseman riding up.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah.
A horseman?
There it is. Oh, the middle one's creepier.
Got a little bit of backup over here.
You can see like the hair on it. Big tarantula. I'm gonna have nightmares.
That was really, really awesome.
A lot of traffic on this way, but let me see if I can turn
Is there
around.
really haunted spirits? Are there haunted spirits? Or is it all hype to get people here? Because there's such a rich history. Cemetery, we're passing it right now. Oh my god. Okay, so I had a full battery and it's like...
It just drained?
I had at least a half a battery. I'm not seeing or hearing any headless horsemen.
He wanders the graveyard?
Yeah.
He stays on the inside, right?
I heard something.
It's not scary at all.
Something in there?
You see something?
Yeah, just wondering.
I feel like I keep seeing something in the window over there. I feel better being on this side of the gate. Not that the gate would stop
I
or
heard
anything.
something. You hear that?
Yeah, that's only somebody putting out the trash.
Who's there right now?
Huh? Well, that would be, the groundskeeper is cleaning up.
Right now?
Or it's the Hessian.
Say hello.
Hello.
What the fuck?
That was a hello.
So you're there. Can you talk to us? Are you Hessian?
I swear I just saw something to the left a little bit.
My left?
Like left of
I
the
was
building.
rolling, so I probably...
Yeah. Like, just off the driveway to the left. Like over here. That was weird.
That's where the noises are coming from.
Now, is that supposed to be haunted? This house?
The house is haunted, yeah.
Oh, is that it? All these are different
He's gonna
houses.
dead end on his place.
Oh, okay.
It's like 0.2 miles.
This is a very creepy road.
Ah, they got it fenced off, it looks like.
Yeah. I've had 3 moments on this road that I thought I might have seen something.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And it's like, there's one thing that was like right in the middle of the road, and it kind of like it was there, and then it wasn't.
What did you see?
Like a brown figure.
A brown figure?
Like, it was just, it kind of was in, and then it kind of swirled out. What freaked me out the most is that this was not in the bushes, right? It was not on the sides of the street. We're driving on the way to Washington Irving's house. It's a pretty creepy street, so maybe it gets the imagination going. But this particular thing, it almost kind of like swirled into being and immediately swirled out. It was brownish color. It's hard to describe, and it never had a fully formed shape, but I felt like all of a sudden there was a man there and then there wasn't. And that's how I interpreted it, but again, that's a lot of interpretation involved, right?
But you definitely saw something.
I saw something that seemed different than the usual light catching something or shadow, or you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things I saw that could be explained by the typical whatever. This was like this weird thing that was there and then it wasn't. And it was never fully formed shape, like, oh, there's a person there and then there wasn't. There was like a brownish colored figure that kind of came and went. And it was right in the middle of the street. I saw a lot of different things.
That was on the way back?
That was on the way down the hill, to the road. And I wasn't looking. I was just looking for other cars. I wasn't looking for anything at that moment. After that moment, I started looking. And once I started looking, I started seeing things that could be something that are probably shadows, leaves, sticks, yada yada. But this particular thing caught me off guard.
I personally didn't see the figure Walt described seeing on the road to the Irving estate. I also didn't see anything on my video fitting that description, but it was also dark and the camera I was using didn't have any night vision. Could that figure be the ghost of Washington Irving himself? And is Sleepy Hollow really haunted by the Headless Horseman and other spirits? It sounds like there might be some type of energy in this town. I would love to go back and visit again, perhaps with a night vision camera to see what we can find. I went in expecting not to see anything at all, but Walt clearly saw something. Either way, I think it's pretty safe to say that this experience was pretty much an X-File and remains unexplained. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. This was our first ghost adventure and we'd like to do a few more. Thanks for watching, guys.